This is episode 24 of the podcast series taken from the book series 100 Top Lies of Satan. Which ones do you or your church believe? Volumes 1 and 2. This is lie number 85 from volume 2. I now understand that my church is not teaching me the full truth of God, but all my friends are there, so I can't leave. Matthew 5:6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. This isn't so much a lie as it is an excuse for remaining in a less than ideal situation for spiritual growth. Once a person recognizes one's need for the entire truth of God, it can be hard to sit under a pastor that doesn't preach having victory over sin, doesn't emphasize the work of the Holy Spirit, or any of the other truths one has learned from other sources. What should a disciple of Jesus do in this circumstance? Our next lesson will explore the choices available to the believer who yearns to be with other like-minded Christians, hungry for more of God than his/her present fellowship can offer. When people visit another church or Bible study and receive spiritual nourishment that they are not getting at their own church, they begin to question whether they should stay where they are or leave. The answer to that question is not always cut and dried. God may leave you in a church for a specific reason for a period of time before pulling you out. This teaching lays out the logic for making a decision on when to leave a situation where one is not getting the full truth of God by asking a series of questions. Why did you come out of your church in the first place? To get additional truth. Why didn't you get that help in your own church? Why do you want to return to a church that doesn't think, believe, confess, or act on the full work of Christ on the cross? If you want to help your friends back at your church, when is it that you will be reaching them with this good news? How many hours per week will you submit yourself to teaching that is not full truth? Suppose you do go back and try to reach the people of your church. Who is the most logical target to go to first? The reasons why most people go back into their own church after receiving a blessing are explored. Then we list the steps the people will usually follow in returning to their home church. God's Old Testament religion is contrasted with how God's kingdom works now. Scriptures do not contain a record of Jesus ever commanding believers to go back into the temple to listen to the priests preach or teach the law again. Paul went into the temple only to preach. The reasoning for the answers given to the above questions are then covered by examining scriptures in the Gospels covering the principle of to leave or not to leave. The rebuttal teaching finishes by giving the reader practical and biblical advice for how to reach those friends left behind at your old church. Our next episode will discuss lie number 84. I know I'm saved and going to heaven, so I don't need to know any more about God, Jesus, or the Holy Spirit. This is from Volume 2 of the book series 100 Top Lies of Satan. Which ones do you or your church believe? Please come back and give it a listen. Remember, the paperback book and Kindle e-reader versions of Volumes 1 and 2, 100 Top Lies of Satan, Which Ones Do You or Your Church Believe, can be purchased on Amazon.com. Do a search for 100 Top Lies of Satan and you can order from there. Also visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/Top Lies of Satan. Our podcasts are found at podcast.com/100 Top Lies of Satan with hyphens in between 363AF03C6. Our blogs can be found at topliesofsatan.wixsite.com/website. Finally, our YouTube channel can be found by searching for 100 Top Lies of Satan.